Here we go. Welcome back, everybody, to the Sunday night live stream. Also, a Patreon giveaway. See if the patrons get lucky this month. You never know. Crazy stuff that Mrs. Mox puts in there. Good thing she doesn't know anything about magic. Although it has hurt me in the past. So how's everyone doing? Let's see. Let's see how we're doing here. Oh, Pele's in the house. Pele, how you doing? Odin! All hail Lord Odin. Welcome to the live stream, guys. Glad you made it. Adam. What's up, buddy? Welcome aboard. Hey, Tug Another is in the house. Yo, yo, yo! Tug, how you doing, buddy? Drizzle, how you doing, man? You drizzle little chocolate. I go for some chocolate right now. Hey, Derek S, how you doing? Hey, Zach Attack, bro, what's up, buddy? Hear the knowledge. The great knowledge of me. Yeah, whatever. It's an opinion. Although there is knowledge behind it. I guess I know quite a bit compared to some people. Oh, hello from the left coast. Mr. Eng is in the house. Jason Ferguson's here. Scuba Girl's not late. She went deep sea diving, and then she came up for air, and she's like, oh, live stream! And then she came. Team Buzzard, how you doing? Plump the boomsticks. Mill Masters in the house. Matthew, how you doing, buddy? Glad you made it out, buddy. Boomstick, bud. All right, and we got Jeff is here. Got here on time, bro. On time. Well, guys, it is kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy. So, we have the giveaway tonight, of course, for patrons and YouTube membership members. Wheel's been adjusted. Everyone's there. And then we also have... Well, we got to talk about what's going on with the reserve list. Because, again, the sales were pretty high. And there were some odd cards I want to talk about right now in the live stream here. I can't super chat anymore. Cards being weird. Fastbond says burning. Okay, well, obviously we got to talk about what's happening with Fastbond and Bigfoot. Don't worry, I know you're there, Jess. Bigfoot is here. Do you accept e-transfer? You can hit me up at PayPal. So, alanya@hotmail.com. The description of my email is in there, Jess. So if you send that money through PayPal, it gets to me. You can just tell me, I'll check it, and then we'll spin the wheel, buddy. Totally, man. Every donation counts. Don't forget that. Targeted Citizen. Let me just check this. Oh, Fury. Well, the question, Matthew, will be, is Fury going to get banned or is Fury not going to get banned? I actually don't think... when you think about the bannings and the scope of what they... I don't use PayPal, sadly. Oh, I'm sorry. That's all I have. That's all I use, man. Let's see here. Where are we? Hold on. See, Jeff, I think there will be bans, but I don't think it's going to be as drastic as people think. It's either going to be very drastic, or it's not. But the amount of speculation that hit the market, boys and girls, was pretty crazy. There was a lot of oddball sales that went across the board. And really, let's face it, is there any chance? Like, is Fastbond really going to become unbanned? It has had so many sales in the last several months that it's insane, okay? It's been on the top 10 basically day in and day out for the good part of a year. That is insane to think about. The people were picking up at $5-6, then it hit 7, 8, 19, 20, and before you know it, it's where it is now. And yes, the sales have definitely slowed down, but the speculation right now, and I'll tell you right now, I will tell you, if that card gets unbanned, I've made some provisions with my director that if that happens, I'm coming home. I'm leaving early and I'm doing a video because it's insane to think that could happen. And if it does, we're going to put it. Oh, Drizzle's like, here's some 20K party money, bro. 20K party. I think we're only 130 something away right now. Hey, caught you. Ended up picking up. Oh, Zach, see? Bought those fast bonds. Like, I have some fast bonds. I've talked about it on the channel. I've got 8 near mint that I bought years ago. They've all been sitting there. And after that, I've got some inside decks. They won't be near mint. They'll just be there. Let me get Drizzle here. All right, got Drizzle there. Let's get Zach. Remember, you don't know why your name's here. You don't need to know why your name's on this board, but it matters to me. All right, we got Driz there. We're going to spin first for Drizzle, then we'll catch up on what's going on. Boom! All right, Drizzle, this one's for you. It's coming around, and it says you get absolutely nothing, but you did say it was 20K party money, so that's pretty good. And boom! This one's coming around for Zach. And Zach Attack says, story time. Okay. I have a story for you. I got one, Zach. I got one for you. Do you think Wizards knows how many fast mounts are moving on the secondary market? I absolutely do. And Jeff, I'm going to get to that in a second. Let me give Zach his story. Okay, the story. Now, this story unfolds a short couple of hours ago. On, what was that? That's Danforth, that's Young, that's Bloor Street. So it's on Bloor Street coming along toward the Danforth. And it was a red light. So I'm stopped at the red light 4 or 5 cars back from the red light. And 3 bikers, like bicycle bikers with the backpacks for like the Uber Eats and stuff, like the food delivery, they just decide to plow through that light. And I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what they thought was going to happen. But it felt like I was watching Instagram when the car comes through on a green and just hits them. Now, there was a big delivery truck, so we did not actually see the initial impact. We just, as things went through the light and you kind of etch up and people are like talking, they got phones on. 2 of those bikers were hit directly, and then one of them went flying and hit the 3rd biker. They were all pretty close in the intersection. Thank God it looks like nobody was hurt. Although one of those bikes look mangled. And no, we gave out like some phone numbers. A few people asked for phone numbers. We gave some numbers out in case, the police have to get involved. I'm sure an ambulance was coming. But it was insane to think that those bikers thought nothing was going to happen. There is no guarantee that a car sees anything or is even thinking about it the way people drive in this city. And Zach, it was insane. I'm glad those guys were standing up. Those bikers were okay. I mean, they did an idiotic thing, but they were okay standing on the side of the road, talking and stuff by the time we got up there. Because, as you know, as soon as an accident happens, everything kind of freezes. And even getting 5 cars up, wherever I was away from the actual intersection light, still took like 20 minutes. Okay? But you could see them on the side of the road. You could see the one bike was like the whole fender thing, the spoke thing was all just bent over. And the guy's car, from what I could see, had a cracked windshield, but you couldn't really see because the car had gone into the intersection, right? I'm just glad everyone looked okay. They were exchanging numbers and phone calls and stuff were going. And then Mini Mox, who gets very interested with this stuff, rolled down his window, like he was listening. And you could hear people saying, well, I got dash cam. I know you guys were in the intersection. You guys ran the red light. So I could, things may have been getting heated, but, we just gave out numbers when we got through the intersection to a couple of people and said, if they need us, call us. But we didn't really see that much. But crazy to think that's how people drive sometimes. And everything is always okay until it's not. If that car killed you, running the light or not running the light, car getting charged or not, that biker still could have been dead. It was crazy, man. All right, let's get back to it. There's your story, Zach. And I have 2 more, by the way. Let's see here. Or do I think Wizards... okay, Jeff, I think they have actuarials. I think they got guys who are tabulating the math. They got backroom drama stuff going on where they are counting up card sales, and that's how they kind of come up with inventive ways of creating similar cards. So yes, I definitely think they know how many move on the secondary market. I don't think they care as much as people think they do, but it's a great way to get card concept designs for future deck construction if you know a card's popular. Okay, Unfortunate Collector. Card Kingdom has boxes of Weatherlight for $1,500 below market and are out of stock on a lot of older, okay, I love Weatherlight. It's an underrated set, great cards inside, no rod, you got all kinds, right? But does that mean right now is the bottom? No. It is still going to go lower, okay, so hang in there. If you really want to get a box just because you've always wanted to own one to put up on a shelf and display, have at it if you have spare cash. But I think it's going to fall lower still. I think there's still a bottoming out that'll keep happening. You just have to wait for it and hit it when you think it's a good price. Yes, trust me, I've been tempted. Jitaxis is like, I made it! Time for my weekly download. Alan, how you doing, buddy? Sandwich says, yo, Mr. Uyashi. Derek's like, I got a few. Cookie Monster. Yes, Tug, it was on the way home from shopping for the in-laws, right? Like today was a shopping day, so we have to take the slow way home because you can't use the gardener and stuff. It just gets too crazy. So we just take the side road. Like I'm glad it wasn't that fast the cars were going through, but it's still fast enough. Okay, Alan, yes. Wizards is not in total control. The Commander Committee only has power as long as Wizards of the Coast allows it. If they start sanctioning tournaments directly, then they control everything. And let's face it, that committee means nothing. It means literally nothing. If Wizards starts supporting it and starts creating actual tournaments that will be played for money, for prizes, I get it. There's a whole rules committee that play tests everything and decides on the bannings, but that's only until they decide not to allow it to happen. Good evening, Yoko! Hey, Gregory's here too. What's up, man? The biggest thing to remember is that Wizards... Yeah, okay, I got that part. Yep. Hold on, let me go down here. Alright, I got to Tug now. Tug, thanks a lot, buddy. Alright, I gotta put some names there on the wheel. Sorry, we were talking and stuff, so my messages right now, guys, are a little bit behind because I'm trying to read them as I go down. Let's get Tug up here. Tug, we got you, bro. Oh, you want to hear that second story? Oh, yeah, it gets good, man. It gets good. It involves a cop. It's great. Alright, we got Tug here. Then we got White Squirrel. Hey, you White Squirrel. What's up, Mox Man? Time for fellow followers of this awesome channel. Thanks, bro. Alright, we got White Squirrel. And Derek saying and flexing saying, dude, I've been a member here for 17 months. I put up with you, Mox Man. It's awesome. Alright, let's spin first. Here's for Tug. Go for Tug and Utter. Alright, Tug, this one's coming around for you, buddy. It's coming around and it says... nothing. Tug, it's not that you're worth nothing. The wheel just doesn't respect you yet. It doesn't respect you, that's all. It's having a hard time accepting that you're the Tug and Utter, that you're the GOAT. It's just having a hard time. Don't worry. It'll get around it. All right, White Squirrel. Boom for White Squirrel. This one's for White Squirrel. And it says, White Squirrel, do you understand that your name is White Squirrel? Like white squirrel, like white chocolate? It doesn't sound very formidable. It's a bunch of squirrels laying around doing nothing. Is that how you feel about yourself? A squirrel? You're a white squirrel? Actually, the name's pretty cool. Can you imagine if they do like a white ninja squirrel or something? And give us some awesome stuff in Modern Horizons 3 that just breaks everything open? You know it's true! Oh, that was supposed to be an insult. Oh! Next time. I think they take, if their internal discussions, yep. Oh, can you imagine that? Hey, Moxman, do you think Tolarian Academy would ever get unbanned? Jax, I would like to think it should be. But the amount of treasure tokens and creations now, of artifact tokens and stuff, is insane. So I think it's unlikely at this time, unless we get a power creep that heads that direction. I'd like to think it shouldn't be unbanned at all, but you never know, man. I would like it to be unbanned. Oh, Tug's like, yo, man, hit the like button, people. Let's get this likes above 100. After the bannings, I wonder if the Great Henge will see more modern cuts. Oh, yeah, Nate. The Great Henge is a great card. And the fact the price came down a little bit makes it acceptable for a lot of people now to fork out some dough. I wouldn't be surprised. And let's face it, dino decks are everywhere right now. It's kind of crazy. Kyle, how you doing tonight, buddy? Diablo Lover 75. Boomstick, buddy. Boomstick. You know it's true. Oh my god. Derek's like, dude, 17 months plus, attending every live stream. I've attended them all too. It's crazy. We're just the two of us. Retro, on the flip side, if you're correct about the right of way, but some car makes a mistake and runs you down, you're hurt or worse, take care around cards. Yeah, you know what? Retro, it was horrible. I'm just glad everyone's okay. Like, Mrs. Mox had no clue. She was looking at her phone because she's just in the passenger side, but you could hear it if you were paying attention, right? I mean, we were some cars back, but you could hear it. It makes that weird sound when the car screeches and stuff, right? And then you didn't hear any screaming, though. You heard nothing. And when Minimox rolled it down, it seemed pretty calm, actually. Team Buzzer says, we have red squirrels around here. Not super common, but common enough. Oh, yeah, those squirrels! How can you do that, Derek? Amazing attendance. Yeah, I've only got black and brown ones here. Yeah, we have the same as us here. What do you think will disclose Bigfoot is a real creature in nature? They have his DNA! I've heard about those black squirrels in the north. Yeah, man. They look like, super ninja. They float from trees, man. My dog loves them. All right, Nate. Nate's saying, number one. Okay, let's get this going, man. Nate decided to step up to the plate and take a spin and see what... Okay, Nate, I got you, bro. I got you. You should have seen it, guys. By the way, for the giveaway tonight, Mrs. Mox was up here for a while. She kicked me out of the room, and she combed through for a while. And she's like, I picked a whole bunch of random stuff. I go, what stuff? She goes, I can't tell you, remember? It's just stuff. It's cards. I put 15 cards like you told me to. The 15 cards are in that stupid envelope. They're there. They're there. I'm so glad she doesn't know Magic. It makes some of these things really funny. I just tell her she can't repeat the same card. You can't have the same name on the card. You made a good point, but tip 10, the reserve list is available. Jataxis, it really is true. Oh, wait, I got to spin for Nate. Let me spin for Nate. I almost forgot. Boom for Nate. This one's for you, Nate. This one's for you, brother. And it's nothing. Just a nothing. It's nothing. All right, let's jump over here. Okay, you made a good point about today's top 10. The reserve list is available. There's no card. That's exactly. The fact that you can buy even MOXs for a couple $1,000 now is insane to see that they are the pre-2020 pricing almost again. It is nutty out there. It is the Wild West of wonderful days for anyone who wanted to buy a reserve list. Now, if we have another run on the market and cards start spiking, those of us who've been buying will get to laugh. We just get to sit back in armchairs and go, because we probably picked up most of the cards we cared about. But if you're a player out there and you've bought them already and the market tanks, well, at least you still own the card. That's the other thing. At least we own it already. We don't have to buy it again. We don't have to worry about buying a second copy because we already own the 1 or 2 copies, 4 copies, 168 copies, 236 copies, 412 copies of whatever we decide to buy. Remember, treat reserve list cards like a high-rise tower with only so many rooms in it. And every time you buy one of those rooms, there's one less available. It's like a big high-rise, like a big sandwich. It's awesome. Multi-land incoming. Let's see, I'm here in West Central Illinois, not too far from the Mississippi River. Buying Magic cards is very addictive. Yes, it is. I've been stacking cursed scrolls like my life depends on it. 241 fast ones. No, I think I have maybe, in all the decks, adding all my construction stuff together, I think, one count of conch horns in my binder. There you go, buddy. Been hearing about people talking about Rudy pumping the market. Have you heard anything? Okay, I have not. When it comes to stuff that Rudy does, there's 2 sides to him. Both are very smart. One, if he's making a move, he's not telling you about it. If he's doing things, he tells you after the fact. After the deal is done. Then you get to know what's going on, okay? He is so savvy. He's pumping the reserve list to him doesn't matter because he gets to buy reserve list cards cheap right now for any cards he actually desires for his collection, right? Any player right now, like, don't remember, this channel may have almost 20,000 subscribers, but the actual daily view counts are not that high. They vary from video to video. So how many people really follow everything we do on a reserve list top 10 video? 3,000? 4,000 people? Maybe 7 at the highs when it's a really some intriguing thing people want to watch or that catches on as a little mini viral thing. That's still only 7,000 people in the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people watching YouTube every day. So everything that goes on that reserve list is kept very minor. Most bigger channels don't even focus on it anymore. There's very few, right? So for those people who do pay attention and watch the market reactions to cards buying and leaving the market, it can be crazy to see how much value people can obtain and then watch it go up in value if the market spikes. It's kind of crazy to think about. I got my Fangorn Forest. It's such a good card, man. I got one as well. The person you mentioned all right, I didn't want to hit the guy up too much, okay, because it's like a friend of a friend. I know the guy. We've played together many times. I know that he considered some of the damage very minor to some of the Legends cards, so much, though, that he got it out so quick. I don't know how long they were in the water, by the way. I didn't get too much detail. When it's sensitive subjects like that, you kind of feel bad for people. You don't want to probe too much. You want them to bring it up. So I'm hoping at a later conversation I get more information. But I know that a whole bunch of dual lands were lost. Okay? Now, lost to the point where they're all water damaged. He's still going to keep them. He's still going to have them, play with them. So I assume, for him it doesn't matter. But we know, us here, that the overall value lost is probably, I want to say 100 grand, give or take. I mean, it doesn't matter if he's wealthy or poor, guys. It still hurts to lose part of your collection or to have damage done that you can't fix. But I know his Legends was much lighter damage than at first expected. It looks like some of the double sleeving stuff kind of helped, and some of the big cards didn't get hit at all because it was kind of on an angle, which is cool. So if I find out more, I will tap up on that, but I haven't heard anything else since. There's always a chance, Matthew, to go viral. Some of my videos do catch, others do nothing. Title, screens, everything matters, and you can't worry about it too much, or you'll just go insane. Let's see here. According to WC, there are 50 million Magic players. Well, I think it's more like 20 million Magic players. Okay, Karen Air, there may be 50 million players who have bought the game at some point, but active players, it's probably less than 20 million. Okay? Less than that. That's what I'm guessing. Anytime, Nate, anytime. I think there are less than that. They can say what they want to say, but the growth of the game seems to be stagnating at this point because of all the stuff that happened at 30th anniversary, turned players away, and they're not replacing those players that left that quickly, are they? They've got to rebreathe them back in. Oh, you got to ensure your collection, man. Gregory, same as me. I still have nightmares thinking about my wife destroying my mint beta time twister. I have nightmares about it. I can live with the Karns and stuff being gone. I can live with those. Like, they still hurt at the time, but I can accept that. But some of the older cards that she totally... And it's my fault for not noticing too. So. Oh, Jeff, it was crazy, man. And he's a friend of a friend. I don't personally hang out with the guy every Friday night. He's a friend of a friend. But I still, when they told me, when he called me on the phone and gave me the detail, I was just he goes, you got to tell people, man. You got to put stuff in watertight boxes. You got to insure things properly. I'm like, I will. I felt so horrible. Is it? I don't get Disney Plus. I can't afford it. I have a box thing, though. Maybe it's on there. It's not on the box thing I watched, though. Consider an internship at Millmaster's Magical College Archives. Sign me up, Millmaster. Oh, okay. What happened with Lorwyn Marrow Commerce sales? Let me see. Let me take a look at that one. Marrow Commerce. Oh, $32. At the end of your turn, untap all merfolk you control. It makes perfect sense. Tribal enchantment. Hasn't been reprinted here, has it? Yep, a lot of sales going on. It didn't make a top 10. Not nearly enough, but it made a lot of sales. It probably made a couple hundred sales. Not enough to make my top 10, but I mean, it's at a respectable price too. It'll get reprinted. I haven't caught anything, Matthew, about any of the other guys spiking. Actually, Drunk MTG, for me, de-icing stuff, I actually put a thing over top of all my windows. So when I go out in the morning, I just pull it off and nothing's stuck to my windows. I do it every night in the winter. I don't have to de-ice nothing. The ice is on side. These tray things I put on. Oh, really? Okay, retro. I'm gonna check that out. Upgrade. There's signage for Lorcan everywhere. Okay, well, Jeff, I'm gonna talk about that actually a little bit in tomorrow's video, so you can take a look out there what's going on. Because actually, let me see right here. Depends on where you are. I had some coworkers who managed to buy some, right? And they were pretty stoked for it. But it wasn't impossible for them to get, which is kind of cool. Life hacks, Mox, man, that's right, man. I'll be honest, White Squirrel, I can't take credit. I saw it on an Instagram thing with the guy doing it. I'm like, that makes so much sense. Bitcoin, oh, is it? No limit banks. Okay, let me see. I'll check Bitcoin. Let's find out here. Not that I would ever buy any. Yeah, it did gain a lot of value today, like $600. Not that I'm buying any Bitcoin. I'm never going there. Hey, Brad Gray, what's up, buddy? No rain. I mean, as far as, let's see here. Okay, Fire. I'm going to take your question here, buddy. Fire's question is, Serial Shocklands, any expectations? Okay. First time we've seen Shocklands getting a serialized number. That's cool. That's cool. Wizards has already shot this product down. You understand, this is like the flying thing of Ravnica remastered. It's in the air, but it's already filled with bullet holes. It's already been just drilled through. When they made the mistake on the pricing, that put a howitzer shell right through the middle of it. It's overpriced. I don't care if they're serialized cards or not. They'll be cool if you get one, but you still have to find someone who's going to be buying a box and another box and another box and another box to be able to get serialized cards, which means they are going to command probably, number one, a tight premium. They're going to be expensive because nobody I know and no stores I know are doing huge mass box openings. Yeah, they're going to open 20, 30 boxes. Normally they order 200, 300 opened for some of the bigger stores. Nothing of this, nothing like it. They're not willing to get caught holding the bag because there is nothing in the set that's going to be worth huge money to draw people in. So it's going to sit there. And all the smaller stores ordered like 6 boxes. That's it. 6 collector, 6 draft, and that's all they're touching. How far can this set go? They're not taking the chance after Dominaria Remastered. As cool as that set was, it too was overpriced. Great sets, great ideas, overpriced. They should have left it how it was. Yes, I do. I do have OG Onslaught fetches. I have a set of Polluted Deltas and a few odds and ends because I needed them back then, so I went and bought them, right? When I was, I guess it'd be 2008, where I bought a play set. They were kind of expensive, I think, even at the time. Then they just tanked when Khans of Tarkir came around. Oh, Fire, I don't think there'll even be an Amazon dump. There may be a little bit of a discount. I think the only way they can prop up the value is to do a tight print run like they did with Time Spiral Remastered. At least apparently like they did it. They've got to keep such a tight stranglehold on the product that players believe it's worth more. That's the only thing they can do, because I don't think there'll be any super valuable cards inside that set of Ravnica Remastered based on the cards that are available in the Ravnica block. Yes, they can do some visiting cards and stuff from other sets, but those are all super really hard to get for anything valuable, right? Okay, Matthew, $95 draft for a thing for Dominaria Remastered. Let's be honest, that seems like a pretty good price. If I could get them here for that'd be like $130 Canadian, I'd probably buy a couple of boxes. It's worth drafting with. It's worth having some fun with. It's a great set. If you get lucky, cool, but don't expect there to be value. That's just leftover product that's going to sit on shelves for 10, 20, 30 years at this point. Just like Fallen Empires, some of the latest products, there's just too many printed. There's no way for the market to absorb it with the current conditions that Wizards of the Coast has given us, because they keep reprinting everything. When you look at sealed boxes and you look at the highest price of some of the cards inside the sealed boxes, they're next to worthless because Wizards keeps reprinting them. They gotta calm down the reprints. Someone want to buy my Sliver Queen for $500. Is it near mint? I'll pay you Tuesday for the Sliver today. Although that'd be like full price too for a Sliver Queen. What do they got? Did I get it at 401? Let me just check this. So Sliver Queen, currently out of stock. I love when they do this. They say, oh, it's only $390 near mint, when of course it's not. If they got one in, they would charge a fortune. But, let's just say it was $450. So, no, I wouldn't pay $500 then, Jess. I'm sorry, dude. Even they're not selling it for that. There's so many good... Jesse, there are so many good cards for Merfolk, man. Merfolk have got it hooked up. They got to give some love to my Thralls and some love to my Kobolds, man. Hearthstone. Is that another game? That's another game, right? That's another game. That's not the game we're talking about. Hearthstone. Man, that coffee's like pretty hot. I don't think I put enough milk, but it's all right. Fire Kobolds, buddy. Love it. Derek, not to brag, I got my near mint Sliver Queens for $40 a pop. And I thought I was way overpaying at the time. Way overpaying. I was having a panic attack because I paid $160. It was crazy. Happy Sunday, Mr. Mountain Jam. What's up, buddy? That's crazy when you look back at that stuff, isn't it? When you look back on the history of these cards. But let's jump forward for a second to what's going on, by the way. I have some numbers here. Where are they? I left that spreadsheet open. Where is it? Fire, it was way back in the day. I considered it overpriced at the time. Okay. So for those guys who were asking, we still had 15 sales of Underground Sea this week. We had 3 Ancestral Recalls, 2 Time Twisters, Beta Time Twisters, 3 Black Lotuses, and separately, 6 Collector Edition Black Lotuses also sold this week. So there's been quite a few sales of a whole bunch of mid-range and high-end cards. It really makes me think something's going on in the backdrop of the reserve list. And since I can only gather so much information, I can't see everything. Oh, it's so cool, man. It's funny when you look at some of the prices here and you see what people paid and what they were buying. Like some of the cards selling were heavily played. They didn't cost a lot. But it's curious to me to see what players are using those cards for. Are they just collecting them because they love the old school cards? Or are they going to try to play it? Because I had a friend who went to like the old school tournaments and he was playing like what was called the 40 card decks, whatever they were back then. And they have a whole slew of like 30, 40 people playing. And they're playing with either Collector Edition or the actual real cards from, Unlimited and all that stuff. It was crazy. He just sent me some photos. I was checking it out. I'm like, that stuff looks insane. He was playing like a version of Twiddle Vault. It was very cool. Right? When you start earning the money, when you've got a high-end salary and you can afford to do crazy things, that's, like that friend who left Magic and came back and actually got most of his cards back at a discount. To him, it's nothing. I mean, it's not, I may play with these people in Magic sometime, but when you sit at the table and you realize you are nowhere near their level in terms, I love when I beat them, but in terms of level of wealth, right? And you just sit down at the same table and go, hey, everyone's the same when you're playing Magic. You're just playing a game, having a good time, and everyone wants to play. But afterwards, like, hey, you guys want to go out for drinks? You want to go out for dinner? You're like, no, I don't have money for that. And I don't want them paying for me. I'd feel, no, right? So I always find that kind of funny because it happens sometimes at the end of these all-nighter binges we play the odd time. It's crazy. Let's see here. Yeah, price didn't go up on what I bought. I'm sure a year or so. It's going to be a while. Nostalgia cards. I'm telling you, Tug, it's great. Okay, dual lands. What gets me is, if I go on, I don't know about right now. Let me just check it. Hold on. For dual lands, if I didn't think I would get hit with the import fees, right, as much, I would probably buy from TCG Player, honestly, guys. I would. Because some of them are so much cheaper than what I can find in Canada. Not always, but generally speaking. Like here's one. Okay, this is near mint. Do they have anything that's not near mint? Okay, a heavily played Savannah. That's $168 plus $10 shipping. So we're talking about $230 Canadian. But if I wanted to buy one downtown, I'd still be paying $270, $280 Canadian plus tax. That's where things get kind of crazy. But if I have to pay the 30% import fees and anything else that goes wrong, then I'm paying even more money. So I don't usually buy them, but I'm tempted to sometimes. I sit there going, can't help it. You get in that in your head where you're like, some of these dual lands are not that expensive. And the sales on Savannah are phenomenal. I can't tell you how many near mints have been selling. And then there's all these light played, moderates, heavy played, boom. It was crazy to count those numbers. They're going, look how much cash is flowing into the lower end dual lands. The Taigas, the Scrub lands, Plateau, all those ones. Although they didn't make the list, they were selling a lot. Do you think people will cancel sales? Oh, yes. If it gets unbanned tomorrow, they are canceling your sales and giving you a refund. If it gets unbanned tomorrow, honestly, let's be honest here, everyone. If this card becomes unbanned, the financial implications to what will happen with Fast Bond are crazy. It's going to go from a $24 card to a $100 card overnight, within that day. Because it's going to be bought out everywhere. Number one, speculators diving in on the card saying, oh my God, it's only 24 bucks. It's now unbanned. Buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. eBay is going to go ape, and there's going to be none left. It'll be just like what happened to Soldevi Digger, except for they're not going to give it back. They're going to hold on to them and slowly trickle out the highest prices they can get. And any player who isn't quick enough, and there's lots of them that aren't, there's not everyone who turns into YouTube, there's not everyone who follows every bit of the newsreel until it's too late, will tune in and go, oh, I can use Fastbond now. Oh my goodness, Fastbond's like 130 bucks Canadian? What happened? It's going to be crazy. If it became unbanned. Okay, if Derek's Fastbonds all of a sudden become unbanned, his Fastbonds are going to sell like hotcakes because he can cut his price in half and sell a massive profit margin. Hey, Drunk MTG, I can't believe that thing was on the list. When I saw how many copies sold, and the thing is, I can't include them all. Where's that spreadsheet? Hold on, let me open the page. We had a couple of unlimiteds and a couple of betas and some collector edition stuff that was selling, right? When you look at all these dual lands selling, it blows your mind. Fire, that's right. You start with one of each, at least for your commander deck. Mini Mox is getting close to that Underground Sea. He did some chores the last couple of weeks, so he's getting closer. Where I might be willing to pitch in, you know? You got to help your kid out. He's been trying for a long time to get that card, so I think I may have to pitch in a bit. Look up the card Hearthstone, please. Hearthstone. All right, hold on. Hold on, White Squirrel. Hold on. Let's see Hearthstone here. 3 artifact. The cost of each creature ability requires the activation card reduced by 1. Oh, okay, yes. So basically, Sliver Queen makes an infinite army because she just pays 1 to make all kinds of slivers. I getcha. That's disgustingly powerful, isn't it? All right, we also got a spin for White Squirrel. Let's get you up here, buddy. Let's get White Squirrel on the block. All right. All right, we got you, buddy. We got you. We know what you want. You want to spin. Boom. Spin it for White Squirrel. White Squirrel. Oh. Okay. Guys, I don't think I have anything. Do I have any? Hold on. What do I have down here? Sure, why not? All right. We're going to put a pack of Apocalypse inside the 20K bin. There you go. You just added a vintage pack. Nope, that one there was you had to add a pack to the 20K bin. So we added a pack. Josh, you're not lying, man. There was a time walk. Maybe it was a 401? Maybe it was Harry T. There was a time walk. They have a collector edition time walk for 800. Oh, there's no actual. Oh yeah, there it is. Hold on. And they have a slightly played one for 5,300. That's too pricey. Should be like 35. There was one they had for like 3,000 and change. So it's pretty tempting. That's right, baby. Spirit Monger. Oh, David Lewis. David Lewis is like, yo, man, let me in on this. Let me get in. All right, David. Let's get in there. David L. All right, David. Your names are on this wheel for some weird, strange reason. But don't worry. It'll all make sense. Boom for David! The spin gives you a purple nothing. Purple nurple of nothing. I got itchy back. Itchy back. Put on the wheel that donation goes to Mini Mox. It can't go to Mini... Well, I guess it can. Sure. Sure. You know what? I'll put a slot here. Hold on. I'll put a spot for Mini Mox on there. There you go. Poor Spiritmonger and Grave Titan, they suffer from not being dual typed. They should have been zombies. Hey, they can always be errated. All right, let's see here. All right, Zach. Zach's going again. I got you, buddy. I got you. Hold on. There we go. We're going to spin that for Zach. Here we go. Boom for Zach. It goes round and round. And it says... Oh. We're going to talk about a reserve list card of your choice. So, Zach, pick a reserve list card, and I will have a conversation about it. You get to pick, buddy. And by the way, in about 15 minutes, we're going to turn over to the giveaway wheel stuff, just so you guys know. Fast Bond! He's like, come on, talk about Fast Bond. Come on. This is hard? Really? I mean, you do have 572 choices. Is Cradle of Growth drying up? Wait a second. What does my sheets say on that? Most times I saw it, there was quite a few available. Oh, there's tons available. No, it's not drying up. Nope, not drying up. Give people what they want. Tug's like, come on, man. Oh, okay. Gaia's Cradle and possible bottom end prices. All right, I have a sheet. Hold on. Let's pull up a sheet. So if you take a look at Gaia's Cradle, guys, it's been as high as $1,200 and something US. Okay, the high-end price for that card, the highest ever, was $1,209.99. That was February 9th of 2021. That's right around when I was buying it, I think, because I did pay a lot of money for mine. Okay, the low was 2012 when it was 69 bucks. So we have a lot of room here. Now, if you start looking around at who's got Gaia's Cradles for sale, I have a few here. Hold on. So, Gaia's Cradle at a downtown store, slightly played. It's going to be around $1,170 minus 10%. It's around, it's going to be about $1,200 with taxes, okay? Now, when you think of the Gaia's Cradle and the possible slide in price, it has been falling. We know that. The price has been sliding ever so slightly. It hasn't changed as much. Like, it's not dropping $50, $60. But every month it drops $3 or $4, okay? $3 or $4, over and over, $3 or $4. Which means over the course of a year, it only drops $40, $50. And that's the norm. That card doesn't really have the bottom people are hoping for, because anyone who bought the card paid top dollar. So if you're talking about Gaia's Cradle as a card you want to buy, you're never going to be in a good position or a bad position to buy it now or later. The price is going to stay really steady. It'll take another number of years to really impact the market, and that's if we had a huge buy thing where everyone decided to indulge in the card. It's still readily available, but nobody wants to mark it down to a cheaper price. So if you're looking for that card, it is something to hold on to. If you're a person who needs that card, then buying it now or buying it later is not going to make a difference, but I would try to trade in modern stuff that you don't care about to, kind of mitigate the price. Hey, Chaz, how you doing, buddy? Long time no see. Hey, man, got back into reserve list buying cuz. And then, of course, it flips over. It flipped over. Let me go back up here. I'm buying Thralls. I love my Thralls, man. I love my Thralls. Oh, look at that. Got mine for $5.50. That's a good price. Yes, everyone should be hitting the like button. Of course you are. And of course, if you're shopping on TCG Player, don't forget to use my affiliate link found in the description of every video. And remember, the new videos are the ones you should be paying attention to because that has the current link. The old videos do not, and I'm not going back to modify them right now. Oh, because there's, a few thousand videos. Tug and Utter says, you know what, man? Look at me flex. It's like a SpongeBob. It's like a SpongeBob looks like. What is that thing? What is that? Oh, it's like a gamepad. I like that. You know what, Tug? Let me just... There we go. There we go. All right, man. Let's see what we got going for Tug here. Tug, let's see if you get lucky, bro. This spins for you. Boom for Tug! It's going around, Tug. It's coming around. It comes around the right, and it says it's... Oh. Okay, seriously. I don't have a lot of packs left. I'm going to have to open some new boxes soon. Tug, we're adding this to the 20K bin because you got it as well. What is going on? There was like a whole box. We've almost put like a chunk in there, man. I'm running out of boxes. I'd have to open some new boxes. Sarah Sanctum? No, Sarah Sanctum's high is $450 US in 2021 February. That's the all-time high. I remember telling a kid I knew to buy it when it was like $85, and he listened. He was like so happy. Actually, at that point, we get a bigger box, and then we start planning the next party. But that box is very full. It's very full, I admit. Oh, look at this. Okay. I like this. All right, Com McDuff is here. Hey, why don't you sell some of your Mox Amber position to finish your Arabian Nights collection? Because I don't want to sell my Mox Ambers. I could sell some of the foils, because some are, like, I have more than a binder full, right? So I have extras that are in a different binder that aren't filled. So I could afford to kind of pare those down so I just have one full binder. I could do that. But sometimes you keep this stuff for future use. Other times it's because I'm a hoarder and I like collecting this stuff. I like owning it. And it has already been paid for. With the sales of the ones I sold, I easily still have the world's largest collection. Nobody can take that away from me because nobody's going to spend the money to do it. And not only that, it's all OG original. And I had so much fun doing it. I just can't sell something off that is part of the reason I started the channel. You know, somebody told me that there was no way Mox Amber would be any good. And I said, you just don't see it the way I see it. You're not looking at it the way I look at it, the way they've worded things. You're wrong. And they didn't believe me. And now whenever we get together, I get to flex to that person saying, remember I bought them for $5? Remember when I sold them for like $60 Canadian each? Do you remember that? You remember that, don't you? Because I remember that. Yes, I do remember. It's kind of that funny thing now where he gets the joke. But he's like, you don't do it every time. I said, no, I don't speculate every time. But that one was a pretty sure thing. You just had to wait for it. I just can't get rid of it. You know what? I had this debate with a friend. Okay, camping grounds. I had this debate with a friend, and there's not, even if there was 20 million Magic players, we can't pool enough money. There's not enough millionaires among us to pool the kind of money necessary for the market cap to take control of that company. And we'd all have to agree on all the voting things. We just don't have enough money. Even people like Rudy, he has a position, sure, but he's like a 1% guy. He's not going to be the guy who actually controls anything. He just has a stake in what goes on, and he loves the dividend that company is paying him. Oh, Matthew's like, I'm trying some stuff out. Did you see the latest Open Boosters Unlimited pack opening? No, don't. Why'd you tell me? Okay. Now, I haven't seen that video yet, Drunk, and you just ruined it for me, but that's okay. I'm still going to watch it. But I would not open packs of that age normally. If I was doing it on the channel for like a prize thing, totally. Okay, I've done that in the past. But I've opened Alpha, Beta, Unlimited. I've opened every pack that Magic has to offer, except for maybe Portal 3 Kingdoms. I don't think I've ever opened that pack. So, like me personally, I would love to rebuy an Arabian Nights pack, rebuy an Antiquities pack, and have a few here for the backdrop. But those are thousands of dollars, and of course, we just stated I need to buy more of my cards for my collections. Like, I need to finish off Arabian Nights, and the prices are getting pretty good. So even if I have to take a loan, I may be tempted to buy some of these things sooner rather than later. See, pre-release are $48. It's such good money. I'm telling you, Matthew. Oh yeah, calm. That's part of it. Is just being able to flex to your friends and say, I got you. Firewatch commercials? Do you think Mox Amber will ever get to Chrome Mox level of power? Zach, that's not impossible for a card like this, because when you see what the card has done and how they lowered the casting cost of all the legendary creatures around it, okay? All those legendary creatures that they had around that were like 4 or 5 casting costs, they lowered it till it's 1 and 2 casting cost, which makes a card like Mox Amber go off like that. Giving us some low casting cost planeswalkers, 1 and 2 casting cost planeswalkers. If they add some of those into the mix for whatever reason, it's going to get pretty ridiculous pretty fast. So yes, the card could reach really crazy power levels if they wanted to. Somebody donate through PayPal? Did I miss something? Hold on, let me just load that up. I apologize. If somebody donated through PayPal, let me just check it. Sorry, I didn't get an email. I'm supposed to have the things on. Scary part is we're almost at tax time again. Sorry guys, I'm not looking at the screen right now. I'm just loading up. What happened here? It's because I went the wrong way. Got to take your caps lock off. There's been no donations through PayPal. Nothing yet. Tug and Nutter has gifted memberships! And these memberships matter. Remember that, guys. They matter! Oh, to better support the channel. Well, you can donate through PayPal. You can find a Patreon slot if you're lucky enough. There's not a lot of those open. I think there's a couple, somebody told me. And, of course, you can join the YouTube membership members. Only a couple of bucks a month definitely supports the channel, guys. Every penny helps when you're trying to get things done here. We already have 3 mana 6/6 and 2 mana 8/8 that don't actually have that bad of downsides. That's true. I'm just saying, if you give us a simple thing. By the way, Dan Kajar, David Dobson, I haven't seen you guys on the channel before, so please make sure you email me at alang@hotmail.com. The description is inside this cast. That way, if you win a prize, I have a way of contacting you in case the live streams, okay? Because we do have a giveaway here every month. Your name will be on that giveaway with the generous donation that Tug's just given. So I need to be able to get hold of you in case you win. So make sure you guys email me, because if I don't have an email to contact you and I can't find you, I just stop looking now. It's too hard. Tug is the GOAT. Don't mess with the GOAT. That and my coffee. Yeah, you know what? Everything matters, guys. It's weird to think about it, but I was joking around with a friend, and I said, you know, if I could get, I mean, it's not going to happen, but if I could get 3 times as many members, right? 3 times as many on my Patreon, 3 times as many on my YouTube membership, I could probably maybe even quit my main job. It'd be close, I think, assuming everything kind of balanced out and I had no tricky things. It'd be kind of crazy. So I figure if I get to like 50,000 subscribers, you know, we'll be talking. Crazy to think about, but it would depend. But it also depends on how the prizes go, because I'd like to up the prizes. So I want to see how. I'm really curious. Hey, what's up, Mixoplex? What's up, buddy? You can look inside, and some of those memberships, Matthew, I give out my thing to play against me on Arena, right? So I think one of the higher ones, whatever, lets you play against me in Arena. Like, I give you my thing, you just send me the email, and I'll send you my Arena code, and we can become friends. And then when I'm on Arena, I do play against a lot of the YouTube membership members when I'm trying out decks. I have like a hair somewhere, guys. Pardon me, or like some hair curling up. Oh yeah, Zach, back in the day, yeah, I was buying them from guys like Kid Icarus for like $5. And I was buying them all the time. Tabernacle's amazing. You can have that $100 a month. Hey, do you know what? Matthew, there are people who have taken that slot. There are people who have had that slot in the past. I used to have a $300 slot, and there was a person who took it for several months. It does happen. They wanted one-on-one contact all the time. You're never late to the taco pipe. You know what, guys? Let's do the Patreon giveaway. Let's see what's going on tonight. Let's have some fun with this. I'm going to switch everything over. I'll be switching back and forth. Can you guys... I don't know if he's still on. I haven't bought on eBay for a while. I hate the taxes, and I hate the import fees. They kill everything you want to buy in the States. They do come with a free pat on the back. All right, let me just see if I can switch this over, guys. So we are going to jump over to the different screens. So first off, let's go to the Wheel of Names screen. Can everyone see the Wheel of Names? I'm going to pop back over and you guys are going to tell me if you can see the Wheel of Names. Can everyone see it? Wheel of Names? Burning says yes, that's great. Now remember, guys, the wheel has 2 spins. One for old school cards and one for the reserve list. So I have put down 2 things there. We're going to spin these bad boys and I'm going to, of course, shuffle it 3 times, okay? Let's go over here. We shuffle once, twice, 3 times, and the first spin is for the old school cards, okay? First spin, here we go. Good luck, congratulations to whoever it is. It's going around. It's going around. Yes, I have the volume at 0 on my computer. And it goes to... Rodolfo! All right, buddy. R-O-D-O-L-F-O. Okay. That's for Rodolfo. Now, he doesn't disappear, of course, because still has a chance. Now we are going to go for the reserve list bundle, guys. Shuffle 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and good luck to everyone. This is for the reserve list, okay, guys? It's going around and round. We'll see who comes up on top this month. It's Zachary C. All right, Zachary C. All right, man. Congratulations to Zachary and Rodolfo. Now we're going to switch things up here, guys. I will now pop back in there for a second. And we are going to go down to the Sony camera. I just switched my thing off. The Sony should be there. Okay. Get these on the right side of the camera there. Can we all see the Sony camera? Let's make sure. Can we see it? Can we see it, guys? Can you guys see it? Let's make sure we can see the camera. Somebody just say yes so I can go on. Okay, Matthew says yes. All right, guys, here we go. We are starting with the old school cards first. Okay, Rodolfo, here we go. Let's see if Mrs. Mox, do we do it right? Yeah. All right. Old school cards can be from anything, so let's find out. A wet infantry? A Y infantry. Oh, this is like portals. Okay, just a common infantry guy. I mean, the artwork's kind of cool. Then we've got the grape shot catapult. That's from Antiquities. Staff of Zerg, sure. Oh, Spirit Shackle. This used to be a big thing. The Coal Golem from the Dark. That's right, man. Transmutation, sure. Done that one a few times. Oh, we got the Cavalry. Oh, Horsemanship. Remember Horsemanship? Yeah, you're not blocking that, basically. Sure. Sage's Knowledge. Return any one sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, that's cool. Oh, the Xenic Poltergeist. Very cool. We're going all the way back to Antiquities. Hey, Legends! Boomerang! A Wrathy Berserker with, like, no capital on Wrathy. Remember that? There's, like, no capital. Hey, an old school Soul Ring. Very cool. And One Eye Conda's... Yeah, it's a fox. It's a fox! That's a creature. Don't forget, guys. These guys will probably matter when we get to... what do you call it? Bloomburrow. So congratulations to Rodolfo. All right, now, Zachary. We have to see if you got lucky, man. What did Mrs. Mox pick for you? You ready? Is this right? Okay. Okay, we're starting out with Griffin Canyon. Very cool. Very cool. Remember, guys, I can't see any notes or anything right now. I'm just looking at the camera, so bear with me here. We'll get to that in a second. All right, so Griffin Canyon. followed by Omen of Fire. Okay, Willow Priestess. Very cool, Willow Priestess. It's funny that there's no more green fairies. Fairies are always like black and green now. It's really weird. Oh, it's a Troll Champion. We got the Troll Champion. Hey, Lodestone Bauble. Very cool. Yeah, we got a Velt. Depletion lands, untap every other turn. But hey, other than that, no drawback. Then we got an Ivory Gargoyle. Very cool, going back to alliances. Oh, Bolduvian Trading Post. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, the Zephyrian Crusader. It's got flanking. Remember that? As soon as you assign to block it, your creature gets -1/-1. Brutal. Jester's Mask. Going back to Ice Age. Ring of Renewal. That thing was on actually the reserve list, what, a week or two ago? On our top 10. The Thran Tome. Very cool. Going back to Weatherlight. Hey, we got a Deranged Hermit. Very cool. Urza's Destiny. Very nice. Oh, Soldevi Excavations makes an appearance, guys. Good old Soldevi. Oh! Dude, Taiga. Congratulations, Zachary. We got a Taiga here on the screen, boys and girls. Woohoo! That is a revised Taiga. Wow. Deranged Hermit, Soldevi. That was... Zachary, that was quite the spread, bro. That is quite the spread. That's kind of nutty. All right, guys, I got to switch this over. Bear with me as I find where this camera thing is and switch it. Congratulations to Zachary and Rodolfo. That's awesome. All right, let's go up to me. Where is that camera? Is this one? Is this the one? No, it's not that one. It's the one below it. Sorry, everyone. I'm going up. There we go. Boom. Okay, there we go. We're back on there. That was awesome. Congratulations, man. That stuff is awesome. Wow, that is cool, man. Congratulations. I gotta hold on. Let's go. Let's go to audience. Zachary C. Oh. You won. Congrats. Please send me your mailing address. I guess I'll leave this live stream up too so people can watch it because that's kind of awesome. All right, I'm going back to the live stream here. What did I miss here? Okay. Let's see here. Let's just back up the messages, guys. Sorry, I probably missed a few of these. Bear with me. What happened there? Let's back this up. Hey, DJ Longhair, buddy. How you doing, man? All right, DJ. You know what? I'm going to divert DJ's donation to Minimox. There we go. You're helping Minimox work toward his Underground Sea. That's what you're doing. There we go. We'll put that bad boy right there. Throw it to the moon, baby. Well, okay, guys, you got to remember, when I buy lots of reserve list cards, I may buy 50 copies of something once in a while because it's a good deal. I can get a lot of them, and I'm maybe padding another order. So some cards will show up more often than not because I buy big chunks of them when they're really cheap and when a vendor has a whole bunch of copies available. I admit that when I'm buying Patreon cards for the channel, sometimes I'm buying big chunks of whatever's a good deal, right? Other times, I'm buying whatever I can find that's a pretty good card, but I'm trying to find the best price. That's why a lot of these cards aren't going to be near mint. But yeah, she just picks the same ones, I think, in some cases. Ah, that's right, Tug. Tug did say multi-land. You did say it. Taiga Uppercut. That's true. 5-color. You know what, William? That's a good point. You're right. There is a good chance we have 5-color fairies now. That's crazy, man. Yeah, Jess, they get mailed out. They get tracked and shipped. If you win on the channel, like the old school cards, unless it's a valuable thing, they just get mailed through letter post, and I hope it makes it to you. I'm not willing to pay $25 to insure it and track it, but the one that Zachary won, there's a lot of value. Like we're talking Deranged Hermit, Soldevi Excavations, You probably got, there's a lot of money there. So I'll track it, insure it, and send it out to them. Every time. Every time. I think there's only the odd once in a blue. I think we've only lost 1 or 2 things in the mail in the entire time of the channel. And if I can, I replace it. But stuff like this, I don't think will get lost because I pay for the higher insurance. No, Anthony's like, I have an unlimited Taiga only because at the time the store didn't have a revised. That's okay. You have an unlimited now, buddy. You get to flex more than everybody else. Okay, calm. I've never done it. Okay? Mine was originally insured. Okay? Mine was originally insured, and they didn't ask any questions. I gave them a value. And then like 4 or 5 years down the road, they asked for an evaluation, and I had the same problem. I couldn't find anyone, so I had to uninsure everything, and then I switched insurance companies, and they allowed me to add it as content insurance as a general rule. But I had to submit values based on a whole bunch of like eBay sales, local stores, photograph everything, and send it off to them. That's how I had to do it. Live at 10:20, he says. Live at 10:20 for play. That's crazy, man. That's some good sales. I still can't believe that's a lot of good cards. Mrs. Mox is being generous. Which is why I can't let Mini Mox do it, guys. I used to let Mini Mox pick the cards, but then he started knowing too much because he reads, right? He likes Magic. So I had to stop him. He doesn't get to know anymore. By the way, I'm going to unhook all this now. I'm just going to unplug all this stuff because we don't need it on anymore. Just got to put the lens caps and stuff on. Well, even, you know what? Sorry, that was from Derek. Derek, even in the case of things like Canada Post, to get it insured, you also have the original receipts and stuff. It can be kind of tedious. I've never had it lost that way, but I've had stuff that I ordered from face to face not show up. Like, I don't know what happened. It was a really good deal, and it just never showed up in my house. So I had to tell them it didn't show up, and I feel really weird telling them, hey, your thing may say it's delivered. I never got it. And that was difficult. So I actually, anytime I order from face to face, I pick it up in store now. I just pick it up in store because I'm not willing to like not have something show up. And places like 401, if it's a high-end item, they ship it with tracking, insurance, and everything, right? And I have to go pick it up at the post office, so that's cool. DJ, what is that? Ah, squirrels! Squirrel! Guys are so fun. But that's some great cards. I'm going to have to sleeve some of these, though. Where's my sleeves? Well, I'll put them in here for now. I got to put all Zach's cards in there, but that's pretty awesome stuff, Zach. I actually had a person a few months ago who won, and oh, Muhammad saved me, Burning. Somebody tried to swipe it from my front doorstep, but my neighbor made them run. I actually have a video about that. The neighbor, like 2 doors down, my guy Muhammad, he saw the guy and knows that nobody really comes to my house, and saw some guy and goes, "What are you doing here?" And the guy's like, "Oh, I'm dropping something off." He goes, "No, you're trying to take that. I already saw that delivered this morning." And then the guy ran off and he dropped the package on the side of my property, right? So he may have gotten a small, but the real package didn't get taken, thank God. That was crazy, man. That was crazy. It's the only time though. That's the only time I've had what you call a porch pirate. That's the only time I think I've had a porch pirate here. Thank goodness. I now have I really should get one of those bells with the camera. I really should, so I'd know, but yeah. I've had a box of cards get destroyed in shipping, and they wanted the original box, all pictures, all original contents, and the original receipt. Yeah, Derek, that to me, that's just crazy, right? That's when you have problems. You're like, come on. I'm telling you the value. You can see it there. I can look it up. Well, okay, here's one for you. About 7 years ago, I ordered a box of Fallen Empires from a guy in the States. It got lost in transit. His thing said it had gone through customs, but I never had a thing saying it was delivered. So we contacted eBay. eBay paid him and paid me back my money, okay? So he got his original sales money. I got my money back because it was just lost. And then 6 months later, it showed up at my house in a destroyed box. It was all battered and stuff, but it showed up. So I tried to contact the guy and said, hey, it showed up. What do I do? He goes, you don't do anything. I've already been paid and you got paid back. He said, I don't even know why it got delivered to you. So I contacted eBay and they said the same thing. There's nothing we can do about it now. I don't like just taking stuff. Like, that's eBay's money, technically. So I should have been able to pay eBay back. I said the same to Face when those cards didn't show up. I said, what happens if the cards show up months from now? Now, they never have, but if they do, I want to be able to, like, pay them back. And they said, yeah, you could show up and pay us back, but we got paid back from Canada Post. It's weird to me. You shouldn't just take things for free. Somebody's money got taken somewhere. But it's weird to me, burning. That stuff I find very difficult to handle as a person because somebody worked for it. Somebody's company paid for it. Mox, man, sorry, I'm so... Timmy, what are you doing? Timmy! You're late! It's going to cost you 20 donuts! I don't know why I just said 20 donuts. It's going to be interesting, though. Well, for me, guys, let's look at it this way. We're nearing the end of the year. This is December. This is the last month, right? At the end of this month, I will end the year off and then start the tax return, right? Within a little while, I will start my tax return. And when that happens, when it all goes down, I'm hoping I don't have to pay because then I know how much money I'll have left over to buy some new stuff for the Patreon giveaway, some higher end stuff, I hope. I'm really hoping. To be honest, I hate Houston Distribution Center. They have someone there that steals stuff. Got quite a few cards that I lost. Sylvan, Catiad, was a buy box promos, World Spy Worm. Okay. Yeah, the people who paid their insurance premiums paid for it. You're right, Retro. Zach, see, I wish they would catch people. Yeah, you know what? Hey, Kenneth. Kenneth's like, Timmy, welcome to the party, buddy. But as we end the year off, we'll see, because some of these prices are really good. So I'm hoping to pick some of this stuff up. I just want to make the mistake I made last year. We all know about that mistake. So this year, I'm hoping I planned everything perfectly. I hope so. And going forward, I'm not going to get into it, but going forward, it could be even tastier. So I'm hoping, I hope I did everything correctly. The glitter bombs. Oh, Mini Mox loves those, man. I go, oh, I hope nobody got hurt. But yeah, the glitter bomb ones, yeah, and then you can track the guys down. I like the ones where they have like the tracking fobs hidden inside the cardboard and stuff. Like, it's crazy. Oh, I tracked you to my house. My box is in there. No, it's not. Yes, it is. See? It's right here on the tracker. There's 3 different trackers. They're all hidden inside the cardboard. We've got you on camera as well. You what? It's crazy. Oh, pick up Fastbonds. Well, you know what, guys? If Fastbon gets unbanned, it's going to be a whole different world. Remember that. Or, can you imagine if they start, like... Realistically, I don't expect it to get unbanned. But if it did, it's going to be a crazy video. And I know it's not going to be watched a lot, but it's like, oh yeah. We knew this was coming. We talked about this. That stuff blows my mind when you see how people... Like, if Fastbon became unbanned, and yeah, there's some people here on the channel buying it, but there was times when nobody was buying it, and hundreds of copies were selling. Within a month, hundreds and hundreds of copies. If there was people on that rules committee buying those cards and selling them after it gets unbanned, that would be insane, and an insane way to make a lot of money. It's direct market manipulation, the best I've ever seen. And I'm sure it's happened before, and I'm sure it's going to happen again. Ah! Derek's like, I'll be so rich! What was I way behind? Oh, dang! It's okay. DJ, you're okay, bro. You're okay. It's a good place. This is a safe space where we can chill out and talk magic cards, bro. Got my revised one already for what? $10? If they unban it, I'm really going to throw it in a deck. That's right, T-Wolf. That's right. Well, hey, if they unban it, all the power to people who bought the card and took the risk. Remember, we talked about market speculation, right? The risk versus that reward. And that's an entirely different space that people always forget about. You're hoping for a certain amount, a certain level of cash flow back from that investment. That's what you're hoping for. I'd be curious to see. In my case, I would just be happy if it got unbanned just so I could talk about it. Because we've been talking for several months. I could line up all the videos you should watch that I talked about the unbanning, and then it happened. I'd be like, anyone who bought that card. Like, I should have bought more at that point. But I have some. Reaching 20K anytime now. Oh, no. Jax, I wish. What happens lately, guys, on the on the whole gaining new subscribers, we go up by a couple, but we lose a couple. Right? It's that time of year. Wizards isn't doing anything crazy in the market, so videos aren't getting crazy watches right now. Everyone's just kind of chill, doing their thing, which means overall views are kind of down a little bit. It's the end of the year. So if your channel's not getting out to a lot of people, then you're not getting a lot of views, which means not a lot of people are seeing it, and that means you can't gain new subscribers. Hey, every new subscriber counts though, so if you're watching, if you're new to the channel in the backdrop, subscribe to the channel. Join the Mox Man Army. And of course, buy at least one Soul Devi excavation. Which last booster? Which one? Which one? Tonight? Tonight we had Apocalypse go in and Theros, because we had a couple of those lucky people out there. It was put like, what is that? 20, like 40, 50 bucks worth of cards put in? It's crazy. There we go. Okay, Fury. Okay. Now, most of you guys know Fury is one of the cards people have been talking about. Matthew wants to nail this one, so let's talk about it. So, when we take a look at Fury. Hold on, let me pop this sucker up here. Okay. Fury, Modern Horizons 2, a 3/3 that costs 2 red, 3 generic. It's an elemental incarnation, double strike. When Fury enters a battlefield, it deals 4 damage divided any way you choose among any number of permanent creatures and or planeswalkers. Okay, lots of targets there. Exile a red card from your hand, evoke. Pretty disgusting already. Now, this thing has just plummeted in price in the last several days. Okay? It's tanking hard. But the question is it going to get banned? A lot of players have been talking about this. Even my friends in my group, they do not think this card is getting banned, by the way. Not one of my friends thought it was. So if it does get banned, I'm going to laugh really hard. It hasn't been reprinted, of course. It's still fairly new overall. I mean, the card only came out, what, 2021? 2020, 2021 for Modern Horizons 2? When's Modern Horizons 2? Is that 2021? 2021. It's only a couple of years old. Now, Wizards, for the most part, they probably want to hold some value because they want that card to go on a reprint list at some point. Remember, think about how the company thinks of things. So everyone thinks purely like from a game perspective, and yes, that does get taken into account, but Wizards will also say, we need some money here, guys. If it doesn't have any value, we're just shooting ourselves in the foot before we get to cash in on the card. And meanwhile, they could put retro frame versions of this card in for Modern Horizons 3 as a specialty card. You can see how this stuff would be laid out. So when I look at it now and I say, okay, currently it's falling in price. It lost like $8 in a week. People are like canceling orders and stuff. Monthly change is down 15 bucks. You can see it looks like it's falling fast and falling hard. But if it doesn't, and if the card doesn't get banned, because of its playability factor and a whole bunch of other issues like the fact it's still worth cash to Wizards, then it's going to rebound and rubber bound, just like Matthew says. It is going to shoot back up in value. And then anyone who sold off copies is be like, oh, I need to buy it again. I'd be curious to see. What did I miss? What did I miss here? Has there been a lot of messages I just missed? DJ Longhair says, more for Mini Mox. I'm 11 subs from 1212. That's funny. 1212. All right, I'm going to put it down there. That's DJ. All right, DJ. I put it on there for Mini Mox. You're helping the little guy out. I appreciate it. One of those two are getting banned, says T-Wolf. It's going down. Okay. Bowmaster's not getting banned, I don't think. There's too much cash on the table for that card. Oh! Jess is like, so when you're a roommate with your landlord, they can raise your rent whenever they want. Well, if it's a room, yeah. Oh, Matthew, so there's a whole bunch being sold off right now. That's crazy. See, even DJ saying the same thing. It's safe because there's too much cash on the table. And let's face it, Lord of the Rings is still a fairly new print run, and it's still in print. So they're going to want to cash those cards in. I understand people's perspective, though, from the game point of view. But when we were back in the day, guys, we had to build these multi-tiered decks that had some solutions for everything. You had one Disenchant. Maybe you had a Shatterstorm. You may not need them every game, but they were in the deck because you could be facing off against crazy combination cards. Players don't do that now. They build these intricate, synergized decks that if you throw something at them that they don't expect, like... I did this one last weekend. All enchantments are discarded and destroyed. That's called Tranquility. That's an alpha Tranquility. Do you know what that does to your cards? If you're playing purely an enchantment deck, and then you use an amazing card called Tormod's Crypt to get them out of the game, that's called Foobar. That's right. When people aren't prepared for stuff like that, that's how we used to build our decks. We were ready to face any challenge. Nowadays, players can't. They're not ready for it. They build on the certain kind of right? So there's cards that people just hate because that one card can mess them up. Okay, I'm not saying Fury is safe at all. I'm saying, think about it from this way, DJ. They've got cash on the table. That card is still a $40 card. Do they ban it now or ban it a year from now after a reprint in Modern Horizons 3 to get one last tap, one last sip at the stream of money before they send it on its way? Or power creep it out? Oh, Mixel. Mwah! I got mine on discount, that one. Like, if you look at a card like Tranquility, amazing, but you can go get... Let's see here, hold on. What's an unlimited cost nowadays? An unlimited Tranquility is 90 cents. That's crazy. A beta is $7.80, and an alpha would be $50 if they had it in stock. That's kind of crazy to think that you can buy these cards like that, right? That's nutty, considering they're not reprinting those cards anytime soon. Oh, Burning. I didn't say fully reprinted. I said a specialty retro slot in Modern Horizons 3, which means the retro foil version. 1 in 10 packs, 1 in 15 packs of some versions of some of these cards, because it just gives them a little more, like when you look at how a product is packaged, they're going to want to upsell that box. They're going to have new cards. They're going to have some staple cards getting reprinted, and then some specialty cards. Guaranteed they're going to do it this way because they've done it before and they've got to upsell the price. This thing was $5.99 Canadian. It's probably going to be $699 Canadian now, which puts it at what, $520? But they'll make sure it's a banger set. And by printing some retro foil versions or retro artwork for some kind of new edition version of those cards, like Fury, as a specialty slot, not a full reprint, but just in there somewhere, almost like a list card that you can draw, gives them value. It adds a little, oh, but you could get this. Oh, you could get this. A lot of money there. Don't forget there's money on the table. But we all know you go to sell that card and somebody's only buying it for 15, 20 bucks. Tops. Ronnie says Modern Horizon sets only have reprints and old cards that would be new, modern, exception with fetch lands because of the demand. So elementals don't have a chance of being reprinted. Ronnie, I'll take that. I'll take that, buddy. Hold on. We're doing this, Ronnie. We're doing this, buddy. Where can I put this down? Hold on. Let me find a card. Nope, not this. All right, Ronnie. MH3. Fury. All right, Ronnie. That card's only got to sit there for a while. We're going to talk about this at some point. I like a challenge because, you know what? Sometimes I'm wrong and sometimes I'm right. We'll know tomorrow. Again, it can only be banned in certain formats. Maybe it gets banned in Modern, but not banned in Commander. I'd be curious to see. Tug and Utter says, come on, man. I want to hear that story time about the cop. I know you do. I know you do. And I appreciate wherever I put my... Where'd I put the eraser? Oh, it's over here. Isn't it funny how Tug just kind of slipped into the number 1 slot? Tug, you're leading the night, buddy. You're back on top, bro. Back. The GOAT is back. All right, man. We got you. Here we go for Tug. Boom! It says... You get a Mox Man insult. Tug, it's the end of the year. You understand you said you were on a limited income. And here you are, being generous and donating to the channel, spending your hard-earned ducats to make sure I can feed mine. I appreciate that. But what are you doing? Save your money, bro. Put it back in your wallet. Wait till the new year when you're rich again. Then you can give me all your money. Oh, look at Burning. Tug's losing some limbs to the Mafia. It's the Mox Man Mafia. We're coming to get you. Elementals are trash in Commander. Well, they don't have to be burning. How... When you're playing a fun game, come on. You're just playing for fun, aren't you? We're not doing super competitive, I hope. Burning Solitude is playable in Commander. Barely. Hey, guys, Commander is, remember, casual, fun format. It's for the experience, not always for the win. I love trying crazy stuff in my Commander decks. Crazy stuff. Just to see if I can make it go off. I'm still working. Thomas! Christopher! Bengalter! Well, hello and welcome to the live stream, my friend. Oh, you can give us the... You know what, Tug? All right. I'm going to tell you the cop story. This is the same trip home. Now remember, if you're in Toronto and going on Bloor Street, it's down to 1 lane of traffic on both directions with a bike lane in both directions. Okay? So they're going like this, they're going like this. So this happens before the accident of the earlier story I told you where the bikers got hit at like Bloor and Yonge. So it's before that, before the Bay Street thing. So what ends up happening, this is after, I don't know how to describe it, but anyway, it's after like a big building construction. And there was a cop there. And he's just, like, I guess he's helping construction guys bring equipment in for Monday. So they were holding, they had the stop sign. And you have to wait. They back a truck in. And the cop's off to the side. He's just off to the side, kind of standing there, like this. And he might talk to the construction guy. I don't know. He was just off to the side. He's off to the side street. He's not on the main thing. Well, I looked at him for a second because he was talking to a construction guy. And then I looked back at the road because it's a red light. Things move so slow. Then Mini Mox goes, look, the cop's down. We're like, what? Even Mrs. Mox puts her phone down. She looks up and there's a cop on his butt. Like he's in the water. He's sitting down in the water. So for the next 8 minutes that it took us to go past that section, we were trying to figure out what happened to the cop. Did he get pushed? Did he fall? Did he trip? He was just standing there. He obviously had his butt would have been totally drenched from falling in this puddle. But he wasn't saying anything to anyone. He didn't look to anyone. He wasn't on his phone. He wasn't doing anything. He was just back to standing. And I asked Mini Mox, I'm like, did you see what happened? He goes, no. I just looked over after reading my book. He's reading World War Z. After reading my book, I saw him on the ground. He was trying to stand up. I'm like, and there's nothing. So I don't know if he took a step back and fell in the puddle. I don't know what it was. But he took it really well. He was just standing there again. And his butt would have been totally drenched. Like that puddle, I don't know how deep it was because you can't really tell. But I'd say it was at least like yay deep, right? And it was big. It was big. Like we could see it back. Like there was like kind of darker blue pant legs. But you could see it was soaked. Like it wasn't dark outside yet. So we could see the whole back side of one pant leg all the way. And the butt when he kind of was like turning a little bit left and right. You're like, oh, but I want to know what happened. I wanted to know so bad, Tug, what went down and nothing. That whole time, you're like this. I don't see a bike. I don't see a car. I don't see a person. I say, he must have tripped then, right? But look, there's nothing around to trip on. So what happened? What happened? Hey, Michael, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the live stream. And you made it with 1 minute left. Because I didn't realize it is already almost 8 o'clock. Can you believe that, guys? Well, either way, it was a very entertaining evening. I think we had some great giveaways tonight. A blast. Thanks again to all the amazing patrons who make this happen every single month. All that support you guys show, all my YouTube membership members who make it happen. To all the regular viewers who watch the content every day and give thumbs up because it matters. It all matters. I want to say, oh, Jess is like, hey, it's only 6:01 p.m. here, bro. You still got like a couple hours. You're like, no, you don't. Not yet. Oh, it's so funny. Anyway, it was a blast, guys. I hope you enjoyed tomorrow's video. I look forward to seeing you guys in the, of course, the comment sections. And it was kind of funny, even for the Saturday top 10. It didn't get a lot of views this week, but there were some crazy numbers. I wonder what's going on in the world of Magic. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have an awesome day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we'll see you guys next weekend for another live stream. Have a great one, guys. Bye, everybody. Thanks for the donations, everyone.